hello and welcome back to Deppresso Plays Go Nippon, my first time in Japan. It might be the first time in Japan, but it's not the first episode. If you haven't seen the first 6 episodes, be sure to check them out. There's a nice lovely playlist. If you just go to my channel, click videos, click the little drop down menu, choose playlists, you can see all of my playlists. So, last time she was telling us about sumo wrestlers, and we were talking about museums. And yeah, that's about as much of an introduction as I can be asked doing. So, wait, what did she say? So, did I tell you the truth? That's the first time I've been in that museum myself. Yeah, we covered this in the last episode. Yeah, it's true unfortunately, but this was a good opportunity to go. There's a lot of things that I only had general knowledge of, so it was educational for me too. She knows absolutely nothing about her own country, which is brilliant, fantastic. Yeah, being with you today reminds me of how much we have to learn about our own country. Thank you, Gaijin. This is, okay, for anybody who hasn't seen the other episodes, I called myself Gaijin, which means foreigner. So her saying, thank you, Gaijin, is pretty funny. And look at her little adorable, I don't even know what type of face that's meant to be. Haha, I didn't do anything, but thank you for saying so. Oh. Hey Makoto, look at that. Who's that walking towards us? Oh, it's an Osumo-san. That sumo wrestler. That's amazing. I've never seen one up close before. He's not just a big guy, he's got this amazing presence. He probably has like, I don't know, like one of those auras in Dragon Ball Z where like all the stones start lifting off the ground and like the clouds start dispersing and thunderstorms happen in the distance. It's got presence. And he's gone. Okay, this game's getting a little bit annoying. Like, first it's the museum that we don't actually get to see the inside of. Now it's a sumo wrestler, who they couldn't even be asked to draw a sumo wrestler. Like, I'm gonna put in a paint drawing of a sumo wrestler here. Okay, here's my sumo wrestler drawing that I made. Look at his big face. There you go. Like, how hard is that? Really? Yeah. There are a lot of sumo stables around here. Stables? They call them stables? That's kind of weird. So I guess it's really not uncommon to see an Osumo-san walking around. Yeah, that's really impressive. That was a little unexpected treat, but I think we'd better bring today's sightseeing to an end and head back home. This would have been a better place to end the last episode, but whatever, we'll forget it. So, with no more sightseeing to do, we head home. It was a day of unforgettable experiences, and I thought I would be able to head home in peace, but he's making noises like this is unbearable. What the hell is this? Why are there so many people in this train car? And we're kind of having some kind of psychedelic clouds going on in the background. Why is the sky pink? Who even knows? Please try to bear it a little longer, says Makoto. Whenever it's pink text, it's Makoto. Whenever it's white text, it's protagonist, or Gaijin. I wish I could, but it's simply going to get squished in here. And he's like, help! He said that in Japanese, actually. And there's the train car. Lovely flash animation. Thought I was a goner there for a minute. And Makoto's like, I'm used to being in tight spaces, and I'm like, I'd like to be in your tight space. Never mind. Tokyo's famous evening rush. Evening rush? So you're saying the Japanese people do this every day when coming home from work? When work and school end, everyone goes home at about the same time. A lot of people have to ride the trains, so what can you do? I guess it's kind of different wherever you live, but pretty much from, like, I would say 7 AM until 9:30 AM is like rush hour, and then from 4 PM until probably 6:30 PM is like the second rush hour in Britain. In London it can get pretty bad, in Glasgow as well, but everywhere else is pretty much fine. There's a lot of commuters from Glasgow to Edinburgh, so that can make Edinburgh seem busier, but it's really just like pretty much everybody's final destination. Final destination? Did I say that weird? Who knows? That's right, to prevent certain strange crimes that happen during rush hour, there's a system in place that allow for women-only cars. I'll let your no, I'm not going to let your imagination work out what that is. So basically, there was such a problem with women getting molested on trains. This is like, by molested, they basically mean like, if you're on a tight car and like you're next to a woman, most of the men were like grabbing like a woman's ass or grabbing like a boob, or even just like, you know, grabbing their hands and stuff and like being really creepy. I mean, I joke about this kind of stuff. Like, I've been joking about Makoto's ample bosoms this entire game. But, yeah. Like, it's a huge issue in Japan. Like, so much of an issue that they actually need to have women-only cars. Which is, like, insane. That, like, Japanese men, well, not all Japanese men, but some Japanese men can't actually be trusted to even be that close to a woman. Which is just fucking, like, that's pretty ridiculous. If a man gets on by mistake, he'll get a lot of glares. I see. Well, yeah, I guess there's men now that want to go into the only women cars. So that they could, you know, be around only women. I guess anyone who do that deserves what they get. Yeah, because maybe like some of the women who get on the women-only cars have been like, in Britain and America, I believe, like, the term molestation is, like, a step further than what I'm talking about here, but it is still, like, a sexual contact that you don't actually want. Like, even holding someone's hand against their will, or, like, you know, that's kind of sexual contact that they don't actually want. It's the intent behind the contact is sexual. Like, if they were to reach out for her hand, like, it's kind of the same thing as, like, grabbing her thighs or grabbing her ass, or, like, you know, like touching her breasts. Like, it is kind of molestation. So, yeah, what am I trying to say here? I'm basically trying to say that it's like, we don't mean they're like being raped on the trains. I mean, I joked about this in the first couple episodes, but it does happen. Like, to an extent where they have women-only trains. I mean, come on. Like, they can't be trusted that much. Yeah. Yeah, that's what I was talking about. So some of the women in these carriages who choose to go into the women-only carriages maybe have actually had kind of devastating things happen. Like, they've actually been molested on a train. They've had, like, you know, maybe even like had a man put his like hand between her legs, and you know, that could be like incredibly scary for a woman, like out in public. And you know, there's kind of a barrier there where you kind of just have to stand and accept what's happening to you. She might feel like scared and intimidated, and it's like a horrible feeling. So, like, for a man to then walk onto one of the women's only trains, like, that's fucking horrible. That could be nightmare levels. Like, I suppose even walking through the train terminals and platforms can be quite distressing for women who have had kind of things like that happen to them before. So yeah, this is getting to be quite a depressing episode, which is probably what the channel's called, Deppresso Plays Stuff. But yeah, it's a serious issue, and like, I don't talk about serious issues on the channel. Like, I would rather make jokes, and I suppose that's kind of how I deal with things like that, but it kind of does, like, makes you think that, like, enough men in Japan, well, it maybe is some women as well, but it's probably mostly men, like 99.9% men, have actually been, like, you know, accosting, interfering with, groping, molesting women, to the point where the Japanese rail companies had to, like, have women-only trains. That's like, yeah, that's like 3 minutes of talking about that. So anyway, in the future I'll make sure we don't ride the trains during rush hour. Yeah, like, if you're a tourist, you have no reason to ride the trains in rush hour. So we're back with Akira-chan, who is the younger sister, I guess, but we don't actually know any of their ages. I would say Akira-chan, like, I was joking in the last video, I think Akira's probably like 15 or 16, and I think Makoto's maybe older. I think she's like probably 17 or 18 years old. Okay, so Akira is singing, she's like la 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 la, but it looks like little waves in Japanese, I don't know. Oh my, you seem so enraptured with Akira. No way, that's not true. It's just the first time I've watched her cook. She seems so at ease with it. Oh, I see. Akira makes dinner like this every day. Every day? Yeah, of course she makes dinner every day. You have to eat every day. I mean, Jesus Christ. Seriously. It's like that thing in Wayne's World where the woman says, "Do you want to get dinner sometime?" Or something. Oh wait, God, I'm going to nagger the joke. I've ruined the joke. She says something like, "Do you want to have dinner tonight?" And he says something like, "Yeah, I have dinner most nights." I'll put the comic into this video, okay? I'll find it and I'll put the comic into the video here. I will do this. Like, I do editing sometimes, right? So yeah, that was the comic. So yes, our parents are always busy with work and they get home late. Once we're old enough, Akira started cooking every day. I see that. Yesterday I was surprised to hear Akira was such a good cook, but now I see her in action, it seems completely natural. Maybe Akira is more feminine than I thought. What, did he think she was kinda boyish? I mean, obviously we had the mishap where we didn't know their names and we thought they were boys, and that's why we came to Japan. Well, whatever. But why just Akira? As the older sister, wouldn't it be more responsibility? Wouldn't it be more your responsibility to do the cooking? And Motoko has like a single bead of sweat as she like has like a shocked expression. Well, as you suggest, I did attempt it at first, but Akira said she didn't want to leave it all to me. Come on, it's not like it matters now. Let's see what's on TV. And Akira's like, what? That's strange. I thought we had some left. What's wrong, Akira? The ingredients for dinner, I didn't buy any since I figured we had enough in the fridge, but it looks like I was wrong. Ah, what should I do? What should I do? I can finish without it, but I will lack a taste. Lack for. Never mind. I'm tired. I can't even read. It's the worst time to play a visual novel. Do you want me to pick something up? I think so. Do you mind? No, not at all. You're going shopping right now. Yes. By yourself? Yes. Why? Are you crazy? That's dangerous. What? Come on, it's dark out there. It's dangerous for a girl to walk around alone at this time of night. Don't be silly, it's not dangerous at all. Yes it is, I'll go instead. Do you even know where to go or what to buy? Well, Akira could tell me. Do you know Oage? And then I'll need some kamaboko. Oage is thinly sliced deep fried tofu, often used in soups, or as a wrap for sushi rice. And kamaboko is a firm cake made from fish, usually sliced and placed in soups. Yeah, so our main protagonist guy says dot to dot to dot to dot, because he doesn't know what it is, and then I'll go with you, that will solve the problem, right? I suppose so. Well, let's do that. I have no reason to refuse. So we're off to the store. I'm just gonna skip some of this dialogue because who gives a shit? Let's go to the store. So, do you see anyone who might want to cause me harm? Not at the moment. Not just that, this place is incredibly peaceful late at night. Maybe this is just kinda... Is this like game made by the Japanese tourist board? I told you, didn't I? I said it would be fine. And he's like, but... She's like, obviously crimes do occur in Japan, and it is more dangerous at night than in the day, but it's still not really light enough to worry. Even then, as long as you're a little careful, you probably won't get into too much trouble. I need to look up Japanese crime statistics because I have a feeling that Japan isn't like this. It's not completely peaceful. I think there is probably quite a lot of crime in Japan. Even this late at night, there are young girls in short skirts walking all over. Dude, this game got creepy quick. Like, it got creepy really quick. Do we want to end an episode here and then go to the store in the next episode? No, let's just keep going. Is this country really that safe that a woman can walk around in a skirt without being molested? Dude, that's kinda like what every place should be like. Why is he so shocked? Pretty much like everybody should be able to wear whatever they want and walk around wherever they want, at whenever they want, like at whichever time. That's what whenever means. Whichever time, whenever, yeah. I don't, well, yeah, it is surprising that people can do it, but I kind of regret acting like I could be her cool bodyguard now. No matter how safe you think it is, things are never 100%, you know. Having such a wonderful bodyguard today makes me feel perfectly safe. Oh dear lord. Let's see, Owagi and Kamaboko, that's it, I don't think I forgot anything. Wait, that's it, we didn't even get to go into the store. This is what I mean, like if this was an actual game, like a 3D game, we would have to walk to the store, go into the store, probably navigate some menus, and then come back out. But instead it's like, ta-da, you've bought the stuff, and now you're carrying her bags. Thank you, I can't refuse such a sweet offer, it's nothing. I'm sure carrying some fucking tofu and some sliced things that you put into soup, fish cake things, I don't think that's heavy. That reminds me, you're good at English, you know that, Makoto? Really, thank you. Hearing you say that makes all my studying feel worthwhile. Can I ask you something? Why are you studying English? Because I want to get an English boyfriend. No, she didn't say that. She says, well, there's no particular reason for it. I just thought it would be a nice skill to have for when I look for a job and would open up opportunities in the future. That's about it. Are you disappointed? Were you expecting a more noble reason? No, not at all. Whatever your reason, it doesn't change the fact you're good at it. Dude, I'm so tired. Like, I can't read this at all. Do you want me to read out all the dialogue? Like, I don't know. Like, comment in the description. Comment in the description. Comment in the comment section. I'll write the description. Leave the descriptions to me. I'm good at them. It's because of that we were able to get to know each other. Hee hee, that's true. So without English and the power of English, we wouldn't get to look at Makoto's chest. Okaeri nasai. Traditional phrase used to greet people. Greet a person returning home. Okay, so they say it to you. Like they say okaeri because it's in blue and that means that Akira-chan's saying it. And then Mitoko says tadaima, which is a Japanese phrase used to announce one's return home. So let's go back over that. So Akira says okaeri, and then Motoko says tadaima. So okaeri is kinda like welcome home, and then tadaima is like thanks, I guess. And we give her the stuff, and we go, and wait. That reminds me, wait. Did she say it in English? Thank you, I'll get things ready, so you wait here. God, why do I do that? That reminds me, Akira's bad at English. One's good at cooking and bad at English, the other's bad at cooking and good at English. We don't know that Makoto's bad at cooking. We just know that Akira-chan kinda took over the cooking duties. It's pretty mysterious to have to have sisters so opposite like this. It's not mysterious, it's not like there's any kind of shenanigans going on. Okay, since it's like night time, I think we're gonna end the episode here and start up another one. And yeah, it's probably going to be like a 50 episode series. Like I could see this going for a long time because this game is long and I talk a lot of shite.